Ian,
Thomas?
on today, the greatest of great days, we're not just going to talk about England.
I thought you were going to say it was the greatest of great days because Germany are back in the World Cup.
As an English national, nothing makes me sadder than when Germany is successful.
I thought you were going to say, like a blind man at an audio, I have to feel my way through.
Remember that imagery conversation we had?
That's a joke from Naked Gun.
I know, it's fine.
So we've got a few games to catch up on.
Yes.
So going back to the final game on Friday night, which was Switzerland versus Serbia.
Serbia somehow blew it.
Serbia were 1-0 up. Really nice goal by Mitrovic. Switzerland came back. Did look a lot better in the second half.
Oh, they did.
And 2 great goals.
Yeah.
Superb goals.
Although I'm still questioning the Xhaka one.
Why are you questioning it?
Because it goes right past the goalkeeper.
No, well, normally goals do go right past the goalkeeper.
We're holding open auditions for Thomas's new VBO partner this weekend.
So I wouldn't say that surprised me, but what, you think the goalie should have got it?
Yeah, I think he should have made contact with it. But nonetheless, and the winning goal, it pains me to see Shaquiri be successful at anything, but it was a great
lazy bastard Shaquiri, isn't he?
Fucking
turns up and plays for Switzerland.
Switzerland.
There's these Stoke fans thinking, where were you last season? And to a point, Xhaka, he's not been great.
No,
he seems to put in his best performances for Switzerland.
They both seem to.
Which, I guess that's not a bad thing. If you're Swiss, you must enjoy it. But the game was a bit controversial. Serbia have accused it of being like an absolute robbery.
Yeah,
it was
one of the worst.
One of those wrestles in the box again.
It was. Mitrovic is heading towards the goal. There's a guy not even looking at the goal, looking the other way, hugging him like this, and then a guy literally clashes him from behind and does the same thing. And all 3 of them are on the ground. How? It's like the Harry Kane one, except worse.
VAR is. It seems to be whether they want to check that sort of thing or not.
Yeah.
Some games we've seen it penalised, some games we haven't. It's still a massive inconsistency.
It should have been a penalty, but the real story here was Serbia blew it. Serbia were the better team. They are the better team. They should have won that.
It's not nice to see the political things coming into it with the Swiss guys, Xhaka and Shaquiri, doing the eagle celebration just almost in front of the Serbian fans to rile them up, really. And that is because they've got Albanian descent, and the eagle is the sign of Albania.
Yeah. It wasn't nice. But
it's. I don't think those things should be on the football field, but
it made me dislike Shaquiri even more, and I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah, well, he's good at that, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's just
doesn't make friends really.
Yeah. How are Switzerland? How do they do that though? Because they just look like
they're not a good team. They're not a good team.
But they've drawn with Brazil and they've come back from a goal down, which is hard to do
against one of the best defences in Europe.
Yeah, against a side that also looked quite good in their opening game.
Yeah. They looked good for the first 45 minutes of this game. It was the second half where they just...
Yeah. But Switzerland did that to Brazil as well.
Yeah.
They were poor in the first half and good in the second half.
Yeah.
But that's left Switzerland with 4 points. It's left Serbia with 3. Brazil have 4 and Costa Rica are out.
Costa Rica, I mean, I know we've got other games to talk about, but I'm really excited for Serbia-Brazil because I think Serbia could produce an upset here. And that upset could really change the face of this group if Serbia and Switzerland go through instead of Brazil.
Well, it'd be massive. I mean, you can't underestimate that sort of a shock. That's a shock no one would have predicted at the start of the World Cup.
Exactly.
I still think that Brazil, they're not going to stay that toothless for long.
No. I just think Serbia seem like one of those teams that they're generally well drilled and controlled, and they're very good defensively. And I think that they can soak up Brazilian pressure and hit them on the counter attack.
They might do, but I would also argue that Brazil haven't looked poor at the back level. So
no.
Interesting. So moving forward, the early game that took place yesterday was Belgium against Tunisia, which is obviously in England's group. It ended up 5-2 to Belgium.
Yeah.
They look really good. It wouldn't have flattered them if they got 8 goals.
How often do I just say "yep" to what you say?
Well,
yep.
You know,
No. Sorry.
Normally I assume I speak the truth. Absolute, I can't.
Scouts honor. No, they decimated Tunisia. They absolutely decimated Tunisia.
Yeah. At times, Tunisia looked okay, but Belgium
they just cut them open over and over again.
That's why he missed a load of sitters at the end. They could have got 8, but Lukaku got 2 goals and moved him on to 4. So he was leading the race for the Golden Boot, but
he was tied in the race for the Golden Boot.
Oh, who else has played?
Ronaldo. Big Ronnie.
Don't try and wind me up because you know he hasn't. Tunisia got a goal back from through Bron.
They did. Bron indeed.
So, what would you say his greatest achievement is, Bron? Scoring a goal at the World Cup or defeating Stanis Baratheon at the Battle of the Black Wall?
I thought you were making a reference to that, and I was like, is he really making a Game of Thrones reference? I mean, clearly beating Stanis.
Oh, it's got to be, isn't it? It's got to be.
You know, actually, in the first half of this game, though, Tunisia, it looked like we had a game on our hands.
Yeah. They played well. I mean, I know it's silly to say, but there's never a bad time to score. But I did feel Belgium got the goals at the right time. They got one really either side of half time. Yeah, which really just knocked the stuff in Tunisia. But they moved on to 6 points. As we've already seen, England have joined them on 6, so those 2 are through. Yep. It's what I feel with Belgium. You feel that they could win the World Cup?
Yeah, they're the only big team that's turned up that's playing like a big team. They're the only team that look drilled, ready to do it. And it pains me to see Roberto Martinez have success. It really does. There is no manager in football I think I dislike more than him or Sam Allardyce. But
why do you hate him so much?
I think that he gets a lot of praise for stuff that he didn't do, and for stuff like we have 2 teams that have gotten relegated under him. No, Wigan got relegated under him, but they won an FA Cup.
They won an FA Cup.
And then he turned Everton into a good side for a year, and then put them in the relegation zone and got sacked over it. Like he has no success defending. Maybe he's a cup manager. Maybe this is what he's built for. But his ability to coach a defence is suspect, and that's putting it kindly, and I don't see it.
My thoughts on Belgium are that they haven't been tested.
Yeah.
They haven't come up against anyone that's given them a real tough match.
No.
The term, which I don't really like very much, is flat track bullies.
Yeah.
Which is a cricketing term, which I don't think is really great in football, but I don't know. For me, the World Cup's not going to start for them until they play. No. If they play somebody like a Brazil, like a Germany, like a Spain, like a Portugal, and they beat them, then I would start.
I'm just saying, like, you know, with all the matches we've seen right now,
they look as good as anyone. They look as good as anyone, and until England beat Panama 6-1 today, it's really only Russia and Belgium who have gone out and spanked aside.
Yeah.
So
England have spanked aside.
Spanked aside. Pants down, bare bottom slap.
Done.
Maybe with a ruler.
A wooden ruler. Right. We got 2 games. The real action came in Group F.
Group F.
You know who my favourite team in this World Cup is? Outside England, of course.
Panama.
I just love the way they bow. No, it's Mexico, Ian.
Mexicans.
I was so enthralled by the opening round win, and they followed it up by beating South Korea, and it was just they just did it again. They're really quick.
I tell you what I liked about this game. It was absolutely notable that, like Panama, South Korea went in to kick the crap.
Oh my god!
And if you've got a side where all the guys need to do national service, you know that those guys are hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna back down from a fight.
I always think the Mexicans can be quite feisty, and oh my god, that sounds terrible. I always think Mexico as a footballing nation can be quite feisty.
I know what you mean. Like they're up for the if the game gets nitty.
But up for it. In this game, you saw it. They were getting fouled, and they weren't standing up. They weren't even arguing with the players. They were just looking at the ref, being like, "You've got to give us some support. You have to protect us somewhere." And the referee didn't, but they still won 2-1. They got a penalty. You know, great.
Every game has a penalty in it now.
That's the rules.
Mandatory. Every game has a penalty. I'm surprised that Germany-Sweden didn't have a penalty, but yeah. So Mexico. It was nice to see Chicharito score.
Yeah.
He scored a very nice goal. Son Heung-min ruined your prediction at the end.
It did. I had 2-0. I was banking it. I was ready to.
I was driving in the car and I did a big fist pump when that goal went in, and I nearly ran an old lady off the road. I won't go into that.
You're a good man, Ian.
I am a good man.
You are a good man. But, I mean, we don't really need to talk too much about it. South Korea were poor, Mexico were good. South Korea came in the second half and actually played some good football.
South Korea played better in this game than they did in the first game. It would have been hard for them to play much worse. They are a side that are not that great.
I mean, it's hard to see them beating Germany next week.
Mexico are set up to play a team like Germany.
Yeah.
where they can just hit them on the break. Hit them on it. South Korea was always going to be a tougher game in that respect for them because they wouldn't get the space in behind.
Yeah.
But they won 2-1, and so it really...
Excellent tactical analysis.
Oh, thank you very much. It put Germany in a position where they really needed a win.
Well, they had to win. They had to.
They still would have been okay with a draw, but yes, not okay. They would have been in the tournament with a draw. But a defeat would have knocked them out. They definitely needed a win. And this game was tense. Ooh. This game was absolutely tense. I know you didn't see much of it, but this game, you would not have thought that Germany, having misfired in the first match, you'd have thought they'd been all guns blazing in this game.
Well, that's what I thought was going to happen. And
But he dropped Ozil.
Yeah, which is probably the correct decision.
And I know he dropped somebody else who's I'm forgetting, but he made 4 changes.
Yeah.
But Germany did start really well. They did start hot, and they just couldn't get the goal. And then Sweden grew into it, like every World Cup game seems to be.
Yeah.
But then they scored.
Yeah.
And if Sweden would have had some pace in the side, they would have caused Germany problems too. They were all long straight balls were getting in behind Germany every time, and it was. Couldn't believe it.
Germany seemed like the sort of side, and obviously I haven't seen this game, but from watching the first game, from following the text, and you talking about it, it's like all it will take is something clicking, and all of a sudden they'll be the best team in the world. But right now it's not clicking, and if it maybe they're just waiting for the next group.
Well, there's talk every time they talk to the German players. There's talk of dissent in the ranks. There's talks of Neuer came out and he was late for a press conference, and they said to him why he was late, and he said, because they were having a heated argument with players. So there's things that aren't right. Again, like what I said with Brazil, they're not going to stay bad.
The only thing that can take Germany down is the Germans themselves.
Yeah, maybe. So Sweden did go 1-0 up. It was a really nice goal. Toivonen got the goal for Sweden. I think he played in the Premier League for Sunderland.
Probably.
But Sweden got absolutely gassed in the second half. They were really dead on their feet. Germany did get a goal back through Marco Reus. Boateng, who has been awful all tournament, he's been like Bambi on ice.
Right. Well, thank God he got sent off.
He got sent off, but the referee was like he wasn't going to send him off. Yeah. And it seemed like they did a VAR in his ear that he had to send him off, because it was definitely a second booking.
Yeah.
With 10 men, you thought that was it. Germany are not going to win this game, but it was almost like Sweden just shut up shop rather than going for it. Yeah. And they didn't play with any purpose to go forward. Yeah. Give away an absolute terrible foul at the end. Like the guy's running into the corner, showing the line. Yeah. He dives in, gives away this chance for Germany to get a shot in at goal. But take it, Toni Kroos, brilliant.
Yeah. He's been their best player this far, hasn't he? He was good in the first game, I thought.
But Germany came back from the dead. They were dead and buried in this tournament. If they'd had 1 point, Mexico and Sweden could have played out a 0-0 draw and knocked them out.
Yeah.
But they did it.
I think the World Cup is better with Germany in it. Yeah. But again, as a Brit, I want to see crash and burn.
As I said, we don't have anything against the Germans. It's just that
I love Germany. I've lived in Germany.
Yeah. It's sometimes they're so good and they've caused England so much misery in the past that sometimes it is quite nice to see I
also think you and I are very
stuffing taken out of them a little bit.
We're really good at being quite deferential. Like we love our teams.
Really good at not being good at talking about football.
We're terrible at this football malarkey. No, but we're really good at being like, I support this team, but I heap praise on Man City all season, and it hurts, but you do it. And I'm really enjoying in the World Cup just being a little bit too biased for England. I am being quite biased. I'm like the commentators. I want Germany out so we don't have to play them. I want all the good teams out. I want Brazil to lose to Serbia so badly.
England! You're talking shit. England are the best team in this tournament.
Damn. All of a sudden, I'm getting angry.
Oh no!
I want war! Should we do the war charts?
What does that lead us on to?
War chart time.
When one person goes to war, something, war.
Who sings that?
Gary Barlow.
Oh, let's keep it that way then.
Okay.
Right, let's do this. Serbia lost to Switzerland. I had Serbia winning 1-0, so I have no points.
I had Serbia winning 2-1, so I've got no points.
Mexico beat South Korea, and I almost got the score correct.
So you didn't, though, did you?
I didn't, so I only pick up one additional point.
Yeah, me too. I 3-1 to Mexico.
Germany, I had beaten Sweden 3-0. As did you.
You did, yeah, so that's a point.
I had England 6, Panama 1.
Did you?
So I'll take 3
points. I had 7-1.
No, so it's a point each for the England result, and then I think we both had Belgium winning as well, didn't we? You had 2-1, I had 2-0.
Yeah, I've been racking up the points lately.
21 to 24.
21 to 24.
It is getting close. That 7-point advantage that you opened up on day 2 is shrinking.
You've been shaving away at it. Shaving away. And you're getting there.
And soon I'll be in the lead, and you will be the loser. And that trophy over there will be mine.
Not yet. We can't touch it.
I'm not touching it. I'm touching Bill.
You can touch Bill.
I know.
Well done, Bill. You did well. You did us proud today.
Very well. You're a good boy.
So,
I suppose there's only one thing left to do.
And that's do a salute like the South Koreans who are on military service.
It's not the one thing. You can't let him host. Ian, I give you the gift of 1 pack of stickers. The only pack we have left before we go and spend more of our hard-earned money on stickers instead of...
I hope I get Peel and Moderna and Johan Kerr.
Ooh, I do love a good Kerr. Shh. It's okay, Bill.
And
everything will be fine.
Roberto Baguio. I think we've already got him.
Saudi Arabia? Bye!